KRM Office 5521. We are watching the business TV and spend our time doing tests here. Another one, as you can observe, we kind of have the configuration as a static IP right here, and we put a limit at the provider. Only one possibility, and the address as IP here is something like this 02, and my configuration as advanced configuration I will check is something that have the kickoff as 254. It's the configuration here is 254. And one more time we'll check which is the configuration, and now it's setting okay, but it's not recognizing the host. And then we will do the same thing. We will kind of have here and set things to be changed immediately, as you can observe. And I will put the IP as dynamic, because we will probably trace and follow the pattern at the router, the modem offered as instrument from the company. And then here we are having this situation here, which is recognized, and we will wait a little bit to observe if this thing here will show up. Still waiting, and it's giving that's not correct. The update as a single and simple request at the page. As you can observe, no signals present, because maybe we are having that scam presented at the picture, which is a duplicity or the dualistic access or origin, I don't know, as interface connecting a single MAC as identified machine, but a duplicity of routers as IP address, which is the pathway to cross the machine, and have the flow. Then we will check here one more time. It's not, now it's recognized, and we will do the test one more time, which is basically this video maybe will not put in there, but it will be there. We will put as the limit, as the possibility, and I can have only one machine, as you can observe here as access. I will apply this, then I will put the static IP, setting the configuration. I will put the mask as network as 0. I will put 0. I will keep the pattern, I would say. And then I will put here as a gateway, the standard gateway, and the DNS I will put the Google as public DNS. I'm updating this thing here. It's saved, it's okay. I will request the situation here, updating the web page, and it's presenting nothing. I will request one more time. It's the same thing. I will have the request as the command at the DOS, the Windows, requesting the IP as config. I will check that it's the sub mask. It's like this, Then I will check the submask here, which is something like this. I will check the submask here as the my personal router, my personal Wi-Fi, to put these two both equal, you know, to both as standard. But I will have the fresh start of this Wi-Fi. I will check here if I have now the ID at the modem, which is an instrument offered by a company, which indeed is nowadays a fusion between two providers, Brazil and Mexico. To both having a lot of problems. It's the same address as IP. You know, I'm doing the real-time configuration, having the update, but I do not have, you know, things configured in the way I request. It means that it's a machine with a self-desire, more desire and more will than the, you know, authorities considering public and corporate that do not have the proper internal control on both sectors. In Brazil and Mexico, institutions are full of criminals. It's a fact. Then we will have the access one more time to the, you know, my modem. It's presented here like this, and then I will request this information as IP. And as you can observe, it's the same thing here, not presenting as the value. It means that I'm having a triple value right now. And I'm saying kind of my value and two others that I have no idea. It's a fusification of things. And of course that this fusification of things as a behavior, which as we presented before, can't be updated as real time if we have a multiplicity of instruments logged or having the simulation, especially if they do not have the control in the exact moment when you do this. So it will be exposed, but the companies and the public department in general do not offer them because they are part and the emotional essential part as the basis of transnational organized crime, the bottom by nature, according with the Interpol, they will protect and keep them inside. So we will have the industrial crime, coalitions at communication sector, a machine making a cross sequence and have a pathway as intent. Take a look at this. Brazil and Mexico, international threats. I don't know. Have you the you know, cross sequence as pathway positive one or interval 00 as, you know, general presentation of sector? It's positive one. To both are companies saying that are reliable despite we do not check this. Then the internal value is positive one or negative one, considering the keeping wrongdoings and the institutional level, public or corporate, and the corruption inside associated with a lot of things, interconnecting international organized crime in a very peculiar space, which is near to America, Miami. Then we will do recommended criminal conviction by international jurisdiction considering not partial judge or not corrupted court until have all specific offenders at this coalition, communication Brazil and Mexico, public Brazil, corporate Brazil, public Mexico, corporate Mexico, which is one of the physiological arguments at the current architecture of transnational organized crime, based on interconnected ways as illicit advantage and unfair threats, mostly always protected by judicial power and associated from public corruption, wrongdoing all the time. Both providers can offer public departments, Mexico, Brazil, Mexico, Brazil. And you can have this maybe by embassy of to both in America. If the judicial power of United States consider have the declaration of this as part of the NATO inside the Security Forum Brazil USA. Brazil have no legitimacy to act, especially inside the law. by the variables inside the institution, which are all criminals. In the way we have 74, 23, 81 of the Brazilian Constitution. Then, Development October, model on the, unfortunately, violation from privacy violation to industrial crime, econometric design model of macro archetype, the mental model, cretinism or idiotism. Cretinism is the doing, idiotism is the keep doing in a systematic and continual incremental way in the way we have. We have both, for sure, inside the boat. A psychiatry or something like this must have a medical report before put them out of the boat. Have a nice weekend.